Fruits are healthy, but this basic fact comes with some terms and conditions, especially if you suffer from gout or had a previous episode of a gout attack. The phrase healthy food is what comes to our mind when we think of fruits. After all, fruits are known to possess a wide range of medicinal properties thanks to the rich amount of vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants they contain. However, if you are diagnosed with gout, there are 5 fruits that you must avoid at all costs to prevent your next gout attack, even if they are classified as healthy foods. In fact, eating these fruits can result in the flaring up of the symptoms of gout and even contribute to the faster development of some of its complications. This is why it's very important that you are aware of the fruits that may not be suitable for you to eat in order to keep your gout symptoms in check and avoid flare-ups. Let's have a look at the fruits that make it to the list of worst for gout. But before that, let's have a quick recap of what gout means and how it develops so that it will become easier for you to understand why you need to avoid these worst for gout fruits. What is gout? Gout is one of the common forms of arthritis characterized by recurring episodes of severe pain in the joints that comes up suddenly. This condition usually affects the joint of the big toe, called the metatarsal phalangeal joint, which is located at its base where the bone of the toe meets the bone of the foot. However, it can also affect the joints in your fingers and wrist. Gout is a common form of inflammatory arthritis affecting men, but this doesn't mean that the ladies don't have to worry about gout. Women have a comparatively higher risk of developing gout after menopausal age. The attacks of gout usually come quickly, causing severe pain in the joints along with redness and swelling. You will also experience a complete or partial inability to move the joint. Such acute attacks can keep recurring in the absence of proper treatment and if you do not pay attention to what you eat. Over time, the attacks may become worse in intensity and frequency, due to which you may experience progressive loss of joint mobility. The recurring gout attacks can cause damage to the tissues in your joints, due to which your ability to move them would reduce considerably. It may also limit the functionalities of the range of movements of the affected joints to a great extent, thus affecting the quality of your life. This is the reason why you need to identify the factors which can cause gout, including your food choices, and eliminate them from your regular diet. So, how does gout develop? The primary cause of gout is hyperuricemia. Hyperuricemia means an increase in the level of uric acid in the body. This is very important for you to understand because the rise in uric acid levels is where the role of fruits being harmful comes into the picture. The cells in our body release uric acid during the breakdown of substances called purines. These chemical compounds are found in high amounts in common dietary sources like poultry, meat, seafood, and even some fruits. Simply put, being aware of the fruits that can increase your uric acid levels is important for preventing the process of gout. If you are struggling with gout, keep watching to find the worst fruits that could be responsible for your gout attacks. Number 1. Apples. An apple a day keeps the doctor away. Very true, but not if you have gout. In fact, if you eat an apple every day, you're likely to see a doctor just too often. Apples are among the healthiest fruits because they contain a wide range of nutrients, including vitamin A, vitamin B, iron, and calcium. However, what makes this wonder fruit not so good for you is it is also rich in a form of carbohydrates that we call fructose. Fructose in apples is what gives this fruit its natural sweetness. However, the metabolism of fructose in our body can result in the release of purine. Purine, in turn, gets converted into uric acid. So when you eat apples a lot, uric acid released from purines can get accumulated in the healthy tissues of your joints in the form of urate crystals. This explains why you may develop severe attacks of gout if you have adopted this otherwise healthy habit of eating apples every day. The sharp and pointed edges of the urate crystals are bound to hurt the delicate tissues in your joints, due to which you would experience severe pain, redness, and swelling. This is why you must completely avoid fruits that are high in fructose, including apples, or enjoy them in moderation if you want to prevent gout attacks. Number 2. Peaches and pears. Now, you've already learned why fruits high in fructose are not good for patients with gout, and peaches and pears are, unfortunately, among them. These are pulpy fruits, having a rich carbohydrate content, most of which is in the form of fructose. When you eat peaches and pears, there is a sudden rise in the levels of carbohydrates or sugars in the body. These sugars are broken down in the intestine and absorbed into the blood, causing a rise in your blood sugar levels. As a response to this, the pancreas releases a hormone called insulin to metabolize these sugars in order to reduce your blood sugar level. However, this process results in the release of purine as one of the byproducts. And purines, as we already know, can release uric acid, putting you at risk of severe attacks of gout. This is why peaches and pears, even if they are tasty and tempting they may be, are better to be avoided if you suffer from gout. Number 3. Plums. Plums have such a cute appearance that it would be hard to imagine they could do any harm to our body, but the fact is, they can. Plums offer a rich source of vitamin C, which is a natural antioxidant and immunity booster. However, plums also contain fructose that can release purine and worsen the damage to your joints. The high fructose content of plums can neutralize some of the benefits of this fruit, especially in patients with severe gout. In fact, if you are having an advanced form of gout, it is best to avoid plums so that you can protect yourself against the serious complications linked to the high fructose content of this fruit. Research studies have also revealed drinking juices of high fructose fruits like plums, grapes, and apples can also increase your risk of more severe attacks of gout. This is why you should also avoid drinking fruit juices in order to keep your symptoms in check. Number 4. Grapes. Grapes are revered for their high nutritional content, but studies have found that eating grapes may increase the chances of getting repeated attacks of joint pains during winter, possibly due to a high amount of fructose in this fruit. It can release uric acid, which can accumulate in the joints, forming crystals. This can cause your joint tissues to swell and become extremely painful and tender. Number 5. Prunes and dates. Dry fruits like prunes and dates are best to be avoided as they are not just high in fructose, but also likely to contribute to obesity and diabetes, both of which are common triggers for gout. On top of that, if you are overweight or have diabetes, your risk of developing serious complications of gout could increase further. So if you love to eat a handful of prunes and dates whenever you feel hungry or have a craving for sugars, it's time to rethink your strategy. You can instead choose healthier foods to satisfy your urge by replacing them with almonds and walnuts. As we all know, fruits are the healthiest foods to eat, and there is really no doubt about that. However, it is also important to choose your fruits wisely and avoid those that may flare up your symptoms of gout. If you are already diagnosed with gout or at risk of developing it, it is best to avoid or minimize your intake of these fruits. This would help you avoid severe attacks of gout and slow down the progression of joint damage. You can instead choose fruits that have a low amount of fructose and a rich amount of nutrients, such as oranges, berries, and melons, so that you can continue to enjoy their nutritional benefits without the risk of gout. If you've enjoyed this video and helped you learn more about gout, please be sure to subscribe to our channel and click the notification bell so that each week we release a brand new life-saving video, you'll get notified right away. Till next time.